Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to my channel. In the previous videos we discussed about the gradient descent and we understood what it does. So gradient descent is an optimization algorithm that helps us adjust the weights of our model to minimize the loss, which in result increase the performance of our model during the training process. Today we are going to discuss the gradient descent with respect to a classification problem. So the classifier that we have chosen for this video is logistic regression. So in the first part of the video, we will derive the equations by taking the derivative of the loss function, which is the binary cost entropy loss, which will result in the weight update equations for the gradient descent. In the second part of the video, we will solve a complete numerical example by applying one complete iteration of batch gradient descent to show you how the weights are updated. So in logistic regression, we have these three equations. The first equation is Z. Z is the linear combination that we discussed in the regression. For simplicity, we have chosen only one independent variable, x. So theta 0 plus theta 1 x, theta 0 and theta 1 are the parameters or the weights, and x is the independent variable. In the second equation, y hat is the predicted value. It is actually the sigmoid of z. So the sigmoid equation, so the sigmoid formula is 1 by 1 plus e raised to power minus z. In the third equation is the binary cross entropy loss function. Negative y log y hat plus 1 minus y log 1 minus y hat. As we already know that we cannot take the derivative of the loss function directly in terms of theta 0 and theta 1. So what we need chain rule. We can take the derivative of the loss function in terms of y hat because the loss function is written in terms of y hat. We can also take the derivative of y hat with respect to z. Similarly, we can take the derivative of z with respect to the parameters that are theta 0 and theta 1. So we will compute these three derivatives and then we will put the results in this equation. And then we will get the derivative of loss function with respect to the parameters theta 0 and theta 1. Let's start with the derivative of loss function with respect to y hat. So the derivative of the binary cost entropy loss function with respect to y hat is equals to y hat minus y divided by y hat times 1 minus y hat. As we already know that the derivative of the sigmoid function is y hat times 1 minus y hat. Now let's take the derivative of the term z with respect to the parameters. So with respect to theta 0, the terms become 1. And if we take the derivative of z with respect to theta 1, the terms becomes x. So if we are going to take the derivative of loss function with respect to theta 0, let's put all the values in this equation. We'll get y hat minus y divided by y hat times 1 minus y. It will be multiplied with y hat times 1 minus y hat, and the terms 1 will be multiplied, that is the derivative of z with respect to theta 0. Y hat times 1 minus y hat will be cancelled out, so we will get y hat minus y. Now if we take the derivative of loss function with respect to theta 1 and put the values in this equation, we will get y hat minus y times x, because the derivative of z with respect to theta 1 is x. So if we consider all training example, this would be our formula. The derivative of loss function with respect to theta would be 1 by m summation I equals to 1 till m y hat minus y times x. So now by using this equation, we will implement a batch gradient descent on example data, and then applying the gradient descent, we will update the weights. So here are the final equations if we have two input variables and three parameters, theta 0, theta 1 and theta 2. We have added one more input variable because the example that we are going to solve contains two independent variables. So here is our data. It contains 6 training examples and two input variables x1 and x2 and one output variable, that is y. So in order to compute the gradients, first we need to compute y hat. So by using the values x1, x2 and the initial parameters. For this example, the initial parameters are theta 0 equals to 0.1, theta 1 equals to 0.2, and theta 3 equals to 0.3. If we put these values to the equation and take the sigmoid, we will get 0.817. Similarly, we will compute the y hat for all the remaining examples. Now the next thing is to compute y hat minus y. So now we will subtract 0.875 and 1. We get negative 0.182. We will do the same for the all remaining examples. Now the next task is to multiply the term x1 and x2 with y hat minus y. So if we multiply x1 with it, we get negative 0.729. And if we multiply it with x2, we get negative 0.36. For the fourth example, x1 is 4 and x2 is 2. We will do the same for all the trading examples. Now we will take the sum of the last three columns, y hat minus y times x1, and y hat minus y times x2. And then we will divide them by 6. So we get the average. So now we have the gradients of the loss function with respect to theta 0, theta 1 and theta 2. Now by using the gradient descent formula, we can update the parameters theta 0, theta 1 and theta 2. For this we require a learning rate. The learning rate that we have chosen is 0.01. The equation to update the weight for theta 0 would be new theta 0 equals to old theta 0 minus the learning rate times the derivative of loss function with respect to theta 0. Once we put all the values, the new theta 0 becomes 0.0955. Let's do the same for the theta 1. The previous theta 1 is 0.2, the learning rate is 0.01, and the derivative of loss function with respect to theta 1 is 5.33. We get the new parameter value of theta 1 equals to 0.146. Now repeat this for theta 2. Old theta 2 is 0.3, the learning rate is 0.01, and the gradient of loss function with respect to theta 2 is 3.814. We get the new parameter value for theta 2 equals to 0.2618. So after one epoch of batch gradient descents, these are our updated values. The initial loss at first iteration would be 2.44. But when you repeat this process for 100 iterations or 100 epochs, the loss will minimize to 0.59. After 100 iterations, theta 0 will become 0.2, theta 1 will become negative 0.15, and theta 2 will become negative 0.11. I have attached a complete code example. You can find the link in the description. You can run the example and see how it works. That's all for today. See you in the next video.